Hello, this is Bob Dunn with Gibbs & Associates. This will be demonstration number 2 of 3 of the TMS and machine simulation demos. On this particular part, we're going to go ahead and run through here. First off, we're going to drill the side holes. Those holes are 30 degrees positive and 30 degrees negative for those side NPT holes. Then we'll face and drill the top boss, and then drill and spot face a bolt circle. Now, as we've gone through and done this, we built some machining coordinate systems and some work groups. So for instance, you can see the layout here on the top side machining, etc. Now, as we go ahead and transfer this over to the machine simulation, and let's go ahead and jump into this. We'll zoom this up for you and run the cut part render. Here you can see we index positive and negative 30 degrees, do the face off on the top, then the bolt circle, drilling, and spot facing. Now what we really want to do is we want to run multiple locations, one at the bottom, one at the top, around 4 sides at 90 degrees on the B axis. So let's jump into the plugins, toolpath, TMS, Setup TMS. Here we're going to tell it we're running multiple parts parallel to the y-axis. We're going to zigzag up and down the b-axis. Then on the x-axis we're going to have one part. On the y-axis we're going to have 2 parts. The first part we want to start at 9.7 inches positive. We're going to start at the top part first. Then from there the center to center is 9.7 inches negative. On the b-axis we'll have 4 sides at 90 degree increments. Now the tooling, the operation, we're going to group by tool, so we can see operations 2 and 3 are in the first group. Those are the ones that do the side holes, the NPT holes at positive and negative 30 degrees. Let's tell this OK. And it built the first process here, the TMS process. Let's pop this back open because we need to tell it more information, and I'll show you where we're going here. We need to do the left hole over here for the NPT, and then the right hole, and we need to tell the software about where these are. Here we told it we're going to do 4 sides of the tombstone indexing at 90 degrees. But you know, to make those NPTs on the side holes, that we need to index positive and negative 30 degrees. So here we're going to tell it we're going to add some more information from a coordinate system. Add the right hole, tell it OK. Get the B-axis information for the position and tell it OK. So we can see operation 2 runs at B 330 degrees. Let's add another one. From the CS, we're going to go ahead and run the first hole on the left side, tell it OK, and get the B-axis information, tell it OK. So now we have custom information. We're ready to go. Let's tell it OK, and we'll step into the machine simulation. On the machine we need to have some more parts, more stock bodies. So let's select this stock body, go into the toolpath plugin for TMS, and we're going to set up stock and fixtures. We're going to tell it this is stock. On the x-axis we want 1 part. On the y-axis we want 2 parts. They are centered at 9.7 inches center to center. And go ahead and place the first one at the original origin of 0. On the b-axis we want 4 sides at 90 degree increments. And let's go ahead and set this, and we can see the stock out on the screen. Let's close this. Rewind the cut part render so it includes the new stock, and let's run the cut part render. So now you can see we've started at the top, but notice we're indexing back and forth just to run the first part, and then we're indexing back and forth just to run the second part. Kind of a waste of time, waste of toolpath movement. So let's stop this, open up the Tombstone Management, and we're going to take a look at a couple of things. This information is what's taking care of that for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the machining, and the way we're going to do this is we'll close the TMS for a minute. There's a part in the body bag here, and this particular part we've set up over on the B90 face to go in and do manual machining right on it, build a machining operation manually. So as we go over and show the holes here on the coordinate systems and the work groups, let's see the side holes. We want to move to this hole, and we're going to put a hole there. And the way we do this, double click the machining operation that was originally set over here at the B0 face. We're going to move it over to this hole on this side. So let's go ahead and pop open the workgroup, the process here, and we're going to change it to the 4th coordinate system. And then we'll redo the machining on that, so it now belongs to that 4th coordinate system. Now when we pop open this information for the Tombstone Management, we're going to go ahead and modify this information. So now from CS, we're going from the left hole on the 2nd, and then we'll get the B information at 300. Tell it OK, OK. Bring back in the machine simulation and take a look and see if we got everything going that we want here. And we'll bring this back up, rewind the cut part render, and run it through one more time. So now we index back and forth between the two different positions. Nice efficient tool path instead of indexing all the way back around. And this is the way you go ahead and set this up. We'll run this through for you and take a look at what's happening here. And you can see it's indexing positive and negative 30 degrees. The angles on the holes are 30 degrees, not 45, so we have to index back and forth a little bit. Now we can do the facing on the operations on the top bosses, zigzagging up and down the y-axis and also the b-axis. So we get nice efficient tool path. I hope you enjoyed the demo. Thank you.